Exactly 1 year ago, most of Sarasota and Manatee counties were hunkered down in their homes or shelters as Hurricane Irma ripped through our area. And the Suncoast is still feeling the physical and financial impact. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us the damage Irma still has 1 year later after it hit.
They had the line going through Highlands County, now the line through Hardee and DeSoto County. Let's hope it doesn't keep going on into Sarasota and Manatee counties at this point, but there's a chance it could.
I was very afraid when I saw that big swirl coming. I was afraid for my life.
The Suncoast was prepared for a devastating Category 5 hurricane as Irma moved toward Florida's Gulf Coast. Doreen DuPont evacuated to Atlanta as a precaution, returning home to destruction.
My roof was pierced in many locations by the tree limbs that went flying. That was just the beginning of it.
She spent months managing the tarps on her roof to prevent further damage. Her homeowner's insurance paid $55,000 in repairs, but she's still dealing with the bills for the restoration of her driveway, awnings, landscaping, and dock. 1 year later, she still faces the emotional trauma.
I would try to turn to my support system, but most people in Sarasota didn't have the damage that I had.
Sarasota city and county staff say they can relate to DuPont. Both are still waiting to get reimbursed millions of dollars from FEMA, with the bulk of the cost coming from debris collection, after collecting 60,000 cubic yards in the city alone.
It can be as minor as, hey, we're FEMA still looking for an invoice.
Todd Kirkring is the city's emergency manager. He tells us he submitted 25 projects for reimbursement, from damage at parks to emergency roadwork costs. Right now, the city's looking out of state to find a contractor to repair the floors in the municipal auditorium, a major challenge since it's registered as a historic building.
It takes someone very special skills to fix those floors back to the original standard.
The timing of Irma didn't work in the city's favor either. Storm coverage started at the beginning of the city's pay period, and Irma was over by the time employees reached their 40 hours. The problem? FEMA only reimburses for overtime costs during active storm coverage.
It becomes complicated trying to sort those things out and to understand, we're not always going to get reimbursed for everything from FEMA.
On the county level, Emergency Management Chief Ed McCrane says it's still submitting individual documents to get reimbursed from FEMA. It's waiting for FEMA review on emergency projects like road repairs and hopes to take advantage of a grant program to make improvements before another storm hits.
We can possibly get some funding to make things a little bit more storm hardened for next time.
September 10th marks the peak of hurricane season. So Floridians like DuPont will have to deal with the aftermath of Irma while preparing for the potential threat of another hurricane.
And I didn't know how I was going to react when the next hurricane season came, and here it is.
Reporting in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. All right, thank you, Erica.